What up YouTube, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I'm going to be going over the brand new exotic kiosk and my top 5 personal favorite exotics that you should get from this kiosk. And a lot of these are heavily used in the Destiny community as well, so these aren't just like, 5 random guns that aren't good. Only one of these I was debating on not putting on the list, and we'll get more into that as the video goes on. And before we start, I do want to say we're getting close to 2,000 subscribers, so if you aren't subscribed, please subscribe because we are absolutely desperate for subs at this point. And first on our list here is the Ace of Spades, and this is a 140 RPM hand cannon, and with its perk Memento Mori, it makes it one of the best hand cannons to have in Beyond Light. And this is really good in PvP and is quite popular right now with the current Crucible meta, and this is part of the Forsaken expansion and is required to get this gun. And if you do have Forsaken, definitely put this gun at the top of your list to get, because with how bad Crucible is right now, you definitely want to have this in your inventory. And what this perk does is when you reload, it actually lets you do more damage, and you can 2-tap enemies with this in Crucible. And next on our list is another hand cannon. It is actually my personal favorite, and this is a Thorn, and you also must have Forsaken for this. And even after this became a 140 RPM, it is still deadly in Crucible, and the burn damage that it does makes it so kills that you might not typically get with, your standard hand cannon. Well, with this burn damage, it allows you to get kills that you wouldn't get, because sometimes when you do damage, and sometimes your enemies are left one shot, especially with the 140 RPMs. I know multiple times with the Ace of Spades, I've had enemies run away that are one shot, and I couldn't clean up the kill. Well, with Thorn, it will clean up that kill for you. You don't even need to chase them down. Now, let's say you aren't a Crucible player, and with Stasis destroying Crucible right now, I really don't blame you. So, the Ignis Burden is arguably the best exotic in the kiosk for PvE. Its trait, Honed Edge, makes it so that you can consume your magazine into one heavy hitting damage shot, and this is really good against bosses for raids such as the Garden of Salvation raid, as well as, bosses that are on Europa. Definitely get this gun since you have the chance, and put this at the top of your list, especially if you're a PvE player. And if you've been thinking about getting into raids and you're hesitant because you don't have good weapons for it, well, get this and you're good to go. And next on the list is another really good gun for PvE and is a must-have, and this is the exotic grenade launcher Anarchy. Now, this is not your typical grenade launcher. These grenades that you shoot will actually stick to surfaces, and they will actually chain arc damage to other grenades that you shoot nearby. And you can use this when you want to do damage to a boss but kill adds at the same time with your kinetic or energy weapon out. Since you can shoot a couple Anarchy shots at the boss, switch to your SMG or shotgun and kill the adds that are nearby, as well as doing damage to the boss as well. Now, what a lot of people do is they shoot a boss 2 times with 2 Anarchy grenade launch shots, then switch to another grenade launcher or an SMG or a sniper and do damage that way, and then repeat that process, and you'll have yourself melting bosses like nothing. And I heavily recommend unlocking this since there are a lot of servitors in Europa, and this will help kill them a lot easier. And last on our list for today is actually the gun that I unlocked from the kiosk myself, and this is Yotin. And if you play Crucible a lot, you've probably got destroyed by this toaster looking thing all the time. So today I decided to unlock this and give it a try, and I'll be honest, this is probably the most fun I've had with an exotic yet. All these clips that I'm playing right now are from the first game and only game I played with it, and I will say it does take a little bit of time to get used to, but for the most part, it's really easy to use, and it's a one-shot if you get the direct impact shot. And it's pretty easy to track enemies. It does track enemies when you shoot, and it also does deal burn damage, making this thing really good. This gun is also decent in PvE, but for the most part, this is heavily used for PvP. And if you aren't that good at PvP, well, maybe unlock this gun after you get the PvE weapons and get the hang of using this gun, and you might see some improvement since this is one of the easiest exotics to use for Crucible, which is why it is so popular today. Now, if this video did help, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one, alright? Peace.
Have yourself a